Another type of animation that we can do for the web is things like a banner advertisement. So we're going to do another project here. We're going to go with File, New. I'm going to make this, let's go to the custom and see web. And let's make believe that I have a website that's 800 pixels wide. But I want the height of this banner or whatever to be only, I don't know, 200. So we'll just put it 200. This is going to be a banner. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to create really some text that's going to be animated. Just like we did with that teddy bear, this is going to be very similar. So we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this layer. 1, 2. Now I got 3 layers. I'm going to come down here, make sure that I have this area here says create frame animation. If you don't have that area open, you're going to go to Window, Timeline, right? Window, Timeline. That's going to open this window down here. You're going to make sure it says create frame animation. If it doesn't say that, you're going to select it from here. Maybe it says create video timeline, but you want create frame animation. And then once you have that, you click on it here. We're going to take this, as you can see, it creates a small little square down here. That's your first frame. We're going to duplicate that a couple of times. 1, 2. All I did was I clicked this little icon and it made 2 more frames. So I have 1, 2, 3 frames. I'm going to go to the first frame. And I'm going to go to my first layer over here. In my first layer, I'm going to go ahead and text. I'm going to write something here, some kind of text. So I'm going to click right here on my document, and I'm going to write text. Let me go ahead and make that a more visible color. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to move it over to the right here. That's my first frame. Next frame, I'm going to go to the other layer in the middle here. I'm going to select that one. And I'm going to select the second frame here. And I'm going to take this text tool and I'm going to write on that layer another word. So I'm going to capitalize animation. And I'm going to make that nice and big. Say 200. Oh, that's a little too big. How about 100? 100. Okay, that's good. I'm going to change the color on that one. I'm going to make it maybe like a purple. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and move that thing down a little bit here towards the center. All right, cool. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this frame number 3. And I'm going to go to this layer, the very top one. And I'm going to do another word, sample. S-A-M-P-L-E. And that one I want a little bit smaller, so let's say 65. And we're going to make that another color. How about a nice green? All right. So now we got 3 layers. All of them have some text in it. Layer number 1 has this small text. Layer number 2 here in the middle has this animation text. Layer number 3 has this sample text. Okay? We're going to go to the very first layer here. I'm going to click all these off. On the very first, frame, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the first text that I have. Text is right there. And on the next one, I'm going to reveal the next piece of text that I have, which is animation. And in the third one, I'm going to reveal the last piece of text where all 3 of the layers will be showing. So I'll have all 3 of the layers showing. That's what you need to know. In the second frame, I only have 2 layers. I got text and animation showing. In the first frame, I only have text showing. The other 2 are not selected. They're not open, that you can't see them. All right. By the time we get to the third animation here, the third frame, I got all 3 pieces of text being seen. So one last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make this a little bit of a smooth effect between the two. So I'm going to select the second frame. Let's start with the first one. First frame and the second frame. I'm going to hold the shift button down and select them both. And I'm going to hit this icon right here next to where I added the other frames. And I'm going to add, say, three frames in between. So you'll notice now I have 1, 2, 3, and this is what used to be my third frame now. Frame number 1, I added 3 frames, 1, 2, 3, and this used to be my third frame. Now it's my 5th frame. Okay. So what that does is all it does is it kind of makes it a kind of a fade in. All right. Over here now I'm going to grab the last frame and that semi-last frame, which used to be my third frame, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that same technique that I just did. So I'm going to click that little icon right here. I'm going to add 3 frames. I'm going to hit OK. So now watch when we play this how it's a little bit of a smoother effect. Okay, now you got some animation going on. There's kind of like a fade in between words and stuff like that. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and make this one play forever. It's going to repeat over and over again. And that's your animation. All right, again, to save this, all you got to do is go to the File, Save for the Web. Make sure it says GIF up here. And make sure it's not very big, no more than 400K. Save right here. You're going to put it wherever you're going to save it, either on a folder, on your desktop, whatever. And save. And there you go.